In this video, we're going to take a look at making the orthographic drawing for the stand. The stand is going to take a look at a new feature, and that is mirror. The fact that this part is symmetrical will allow us to create one half of the part and mirror the other half as an exact replica of it. And then we do have to project the top and the right side views, but most of the dimensions are here in the front view. Another thing that we have to be very wary of is the dimensions. Luckily, these are all multiples of 15. And one of the options for your snap settings is to have a 15-degree increment, which is what I recommended from the beginning. By setting this to 15 degrees, we can hit 45, 60, and 75 degree angles, which all are in this part. So by turning this 15-degree angle increment on, we can start creating this part. Being the fact that we are going to create half of it, we will be cutting the overall length in the front view in half. So since the part is 6 inches overall, we're going to set a length of 3 and an overall height, which doesn't change, of 2.5. We're not going to work outside of here to create that initial half, and then we're going to mirror it based off this axis of symmetry. Being that I made a rectangle and I'm going to move some lines, I'm going to explode it. Thinking ahead, when I draw angles, when I want to put an angle like this that comes down, I don't exactly know where to stop the angle. I don't want to set a length on the angled line. I would make some guidelines initially to start this construction. So at some point here, at 0.62 inches up from the bottom, I'm just going to set a guideline. That's going to allow me to snap my angled line to it. And then we have another feature, that center section, which is 1 inch thick. And I'm just going to set these so when I do create my angles, I can then snap to them. So initially, making this 75-degree angle, I'm getting the guidelines, 75-degree angle. Now I want to measure over 0.7. So I'm going to make this overall length on this line 0.7. And now when I bring this 60-degree angle line down, I know exactly where to hit on that center section that exists. Along the bottom, we do have an overall length of 1. Oops. And that's a 45-degree angle. By having this guideline here, when I snap out of the 45, it stops right here. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to clean this up. So everything I mirror is already taken care of. So I have the basic shape here, and as I mirror this, I'll create the other half. So when you go to mirror, drag a selection box, and then select mirror. It is M on your keyboard for a keyboard command. It's going to prompt you. What is the first point of the mirrored line, your axis of symmetry? It's this vertical line. I can select the top or the bottom, and I'm going to select the second point. Once you select, you'll have the option to keep or discard the original image. I want to keep it, so erase it? No, I want both sections. And then all I have to do is come back and delete that center line. From here, orthographic projection. I'm going to set the corner of my initial box for the front view. I'm going to project out at 45 degrees. I'm going to stay with the 1.5 inch spacing between the views that we've been using. And I'll set the overall width, which is 3, to complete the perimeter of the front or the right side view. Project to my 45. Set my overall length. and then come back and set my overall width. Project up and over. I now have a width set to 3 inches. And I have aligned all 3 views. I am going to keep that 45-degree angle line because I will have some hidden lines to project. But most of the hard work has been completed by using mirror in this front view. Taking measurements based off of the handout at 2.5 inches over, I am projecting straight up, and I'm going to continue that projection into the top view. And that line is not straight. I'm going to continue that line into the top view, which I will then modify later. This only goes 2 inches deep. I'm going to take care of that a while. I got a 1 inch width for the groove, and just by using projection, I really have completed the front view at this point. So there's projection for the front view. Being that that groove is 2 inches deep, I'm going to project that to the right side, which will then be a hidden line. Other projection, this edge will project over to the back side of that slot that's cut in it, and these will then become hidden lines. Done projecting. Except this line goes all the way across. These will all become hidden lines. I'm going to change all my hidden lines at once because we'll have quite a few here in the top view. Quick trim. Now I am projecting features from the front to the top. Object lines. Top edges or vertices that I'm going to see. And then I will project what will then be hidden lines. This could be mirrored as well, which would actually be a good tool to use. So I'll project the hidden lines now. This will be a hidden line. This will be a hidden line. So I'm going to take the time to change these to the hidden lines using hidden to. And instead of doing work twice, I just need a point of reference. What do I want to mirror on? It doesn't have to be a long line, but I can then mirror to the, I didn't hit enter. I want to mirror these components along this axis of symmetry, and I want to keep them both. So pretty quickly have gained all my projection lines. These are all hidden. Done with the 45-degree projection. Orthographic projection of the stand.